Alright, so today I have a two-part update for you from IonQ. So let's get right into the first update. IonQ just dropped another big one. They intend to acquire Vector Atomic, and this move could seriously shift their position in quantum technology. And Vector Atomic isn't small time either. They make quantum sensors, so atomic clocks, gravimeters, and inertial sensors, which are the tools you need when absolute precision matters, like in navigation, timing, or even in places with weak GPS, or where the signals can be jammed. And they've already locked down over $200 million in government contracts doing exactly this. So here's what this deal looks like. It's an all-stock transaction, and all 76 of their employees will become a part of IonQ, and IonQ gets 29 issued and pending patents. This means more people, more IP, and more technology for them. And this matters because up until now, IonQ has been strong in quantum computing hardware, networking, and compute theory, but not really much in the way of sensing. And that's a critical, often underrated area, because timing, navigation, and signal syncing, all these sensors are what lets quantum hardware be useful in real-world environments. Also, for national security, defense, and government contracts, being able to say, we have our own atomic clocks, or we can provide inertial sensors that don't rely on outside signals is huge. Overall, I just think it enhances the robustness of the company. So less reliance on external GPS or external timing signals means more secure deployments, which is probably one of the reasons those massive government contracts are there. Now, keep in mind that this is an intent to acquire. That means there's still closing conditions and approvals, but I think this is an extremely strong signal. It tells me that IonQ is trying to build a full-stack quantum platform here, meaning compute, networking, and sensing. They want all the pieces, and they want the control that comes with it. So for investors, this just means more optionality, more use cases that go beyond labs, and more scenarios where IonQ can plug into defense, space technology, secure timing, and navigation markets. Things that often pay very well and expect long-term stability. So pretty cool, I think. But I want to give you guys a second update from IonQ as well, because IonQ just signed a Memorandum of Understanding, or an MOU, with the Department of Energy to push quantum technology into space. And just for a refresher, an MOU is simply just a formal but non-legally binding agreement between two parties that outlines a shared intent to collaborate on specific goals. So here's what we know. IonQ will be helping the Department of Energy's Quantum and Space Initiative. That's the program aimed at providing quantum secure communication, timing, and navigation in orbit. They're gonna run a ground-to-orbit-to-ground orbital demonstration of quantum secure communications using IonQ's satellite platforms. So they basically just want secure communication in space, but in a robust way. Think of it like a GPS alternative or backup when signals are jammed. And they're going to be doing this with quantum-grade accuracy. For example, imagine satellites that talk to ground stations with quantum noise immunity, or lead fleets of sensors in orbit that sync time so precisely that one can predict orbital drift or space debris path before the risk happens. And IonQ is volunteering to build them. And what I find really interesting is that this builds on what IonQ has already been doing. They've snapped up Capella Space, which builds and operates Earth observation satellites with synthetic aperture radar. And now, this MOU adds quantum-specific space capabilities, secure comms, and sensing. It's like IonQ is adding a new layer to its space stack: compute, networking, sensors, and satellite engineering, all of which strengthen their optionality. Now, of course, this agreement is still early. An MOU doesn't always mean this deal will go through 100% though. But seeing IonQ already commit to an orbital demo is pretty bold. That's the kind of thing that separates companies that talk quantum from the ones that will literally build quantum systems in space for you. And if all this works out, it could shift how secure communication is done from space assets, military, climate monitoring, and commercial satellites. And when you're someone looking long-term at this company, this kind of move gives a strong reason to believe IonQ is building something much more broader than a quantum chip lab. IonQ really does seem to be on a mission of acquiring all the technology they can get their hands on. Watch this video next to check out another acquisition IonQ completed that could honestly win the quantum race for them. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.